Hello everyone, welcome back to mathbytV. In this video, we're going to look at a recursive sequence where each term is defined using the one before it. Our goal here today is to find the 49th term without listing all 49 terms. We're going to do it step by step so that way it feels simple and predictable, nothing complicated. Here is our sequence. That is, the rule is given to us as a sub n plus 1 equals 1 minus a sub n, where a sub 1 equals 2/3. Now, our first term is a sub 1 equals 2/3. Now, because this is a recursive rule, it tells us to get the next term, take 1 and subtract the previous term. So now, let's go ahead and find the first few terms here. Let's generate a few terms so we can actually see what's going on in the chart. Now, we already know a sub 1 equals 2/3 because it's given to us. Okay, and so now we can use the rule. So let's start with a sub 2. We have a sub 2, and using the rule, that is 1 minus the previous term, 2/3. And notice that we have this 1. We want to subtract fractions, and in order to do that, we have to have a common denominator of 3. So I will manipulate this 1 so we have a denominator of 3, and that will be 3/3. So I'll write 3/3 minus 2/3. And so here you can see that we have common denominators, so it makes it easier for us to subtract. And of course, that's equal to 1/3. We'll do the same for a sub 3. So we have a sub 3, and that's 1 minus the previous term of 1/3. And again, this 1 can be manipulated to turn into another form of 1 of 3/3, which is 3/3 minus 1/3 equals 2/3. And then a sub 4. 1 minus 2/3. And that is equal to 1/3. So hopefully you were spotting this pattern as we were going through this. And you can see that we have 2/3, 1/3, 2/3, 1/3. So they're alternating, right? And then I also want to point out that we have these odd numbered terms that have the same value of 2/3. So a sub 1 and a sub 3 have the same value of 2/3. And I also want you to see that the even numbered terms, a sub 2 and a sub 4, have the same value as well. That is 1/3. So we could see that it alternates, right? And you could also see, as I've stated, that every odd numbered term is 2/3 and every even numbered term is 1/3. And so we can use this same pattern to get a sub 49 because it's telling us to find the 49th term. So that means you can ask yourself, is the number 49 an even number or an odd number? Well, it is an odd number, right? And so that means that a sub 49 equals the value of 2/3. And that's the final answer. Okay? And so that is how you find the 49th term in this recursive sequence. And I want you to remember this strategy. The first thing is to use the rule to find the first few terms. Look for a pattern, second of all. And then finally, just use that pattern instead of listing a whole bunch of terms. So keep practicing and stay tuned for more calm, clear lessons right here on mathbytV.